Hello people and welcome to new recording / edition of the Rising Angels Reborn Let's Games. So we are back in the kitchen, or I don't really know, it's a laboratory, or I don't really know because there in the background there's I don't know how it's named. Yeah, no, but yeah, come on. Hi Zuri, I'm back. Ah, nobody's here. Something is wrong. Do you hear that? It's a crinkly sounding. No, but I smell it. That smoldering electronic smell. It's just like when my radars used to overheat. But where is it coming from? I don't see anything from my lab equipment or any of the testing processors. But this room is pressurized and sealed to prevent potential contamination. It has to come from here. My eyes scan the room, but nothing jumps out at me. What the hell could have? I step further into the room and hear the noise Faye was talking about. It sounds like boots stepping on some sort of glass. Huh? I look down and am rewarded by the sight of the obvious answer to who was stepping on glass. Shards of sparkling glass are scattered around on the floor. Where did they? It takes all of my self-constraint not to scream in primal rage when I trace the glass to its origins. My datapad. All of those hours, all of that data. My heroes. A ceremony honoring the dead warriors of our 1,000 games. That is what I must do after I get this cleaned up. Heroes who will never see their adventures completed. I can even begin to imagine the punishment that awaits Zuri when I find her. This sort of crime is unforgivable. She couldn't even be bothered to admit she broke my stuff. It looks like someone stepped your datapad with some sort of cone-shaped object. No, Faye! They knocked it to the ground and stepped on it. The damage is obvious. I'm not talking about that one. What? I only own one. With the utmost care, she lifts up my precious clue. Not precious anymore. The thin polymer sheeting has been defiled with a large hole gouged in the middle. I yank my only lifeline out of Captain Moonfellow's hand. No! This couldn't happen. I jump the power button again and again, but the shattered screen remains as dark as my dreams. What beast could have done this? It wasn't like that when I left, I promise. I hadn't uploaded it to my command yet. I've done everything. I can feel myself deflating like a punctured balloon. Chasing the shuttle was a shot in the dark. This, my hope. And watch where you put those talents of yours. You smashed a couple of bottles at the side that I was going to inspect. People only say that they can't trust me to screw things up. Captain Moonfellow, what would you say could have caused that hole? I do not, Spike maybe? Oh shit, oh fuck, okay, so now it works again. I do not, Spike maybe? Would you say it is about the same size as the spikes on Zuri's wings? Maybe? I don't know what my heart feels like now. It's as empty as the void, but the heat of unbridled rage burns strong in it. Lieutenant Zuri! I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. I don't know what I'm yelling. It's the painful howl of someone who has just lost their everything. No words will be able to explain my loss of precious information to comment. No words can replace my only lead. No words can make sense of the pain in my heart. My sweet Major, whatever is wrong? I don't trust myself to speak. I can only raise my shattered dreams up. The research camp datapads. What happened to it? Zuri! We don't know. Are you saying you did it? No, I didn't. Sol and Commander Risner Rasuna's sprint in. Rasuna's composure is strong and uncompromising, but Sol, he's pressing hard and there's an almost manic light in his eyes. Natalie, are you alright? Calm down, Major Pekal. Why are you screaming like a banshee on my ship? Look! I don't give two craps about some stupid trinket. Are you alright? Did she hurt you? What does it matter? It's gone. The spike went right through the central drive unit. There's no way I can recover anything. If you want me to give her a look, I want you to shut her up, Ned. There are more things to find out there. Are you alright? I'm physically fine. I came as fast as I could. What's wrong? Zuri, it seems that our security officer would take so long to respond to an emergency. This is my the downtime. You decided to go off shift right after this. What this? Don't lie to me. Really, I don't know what you are yelling at me about. This! I shoved a broken patch on her nose and watched those green eyes widen in terror, clearly frightened that I knew of her full lead. No, my... why are you looking at me? You don't think that I did this, do you? Did Faye leave you before you? Yes, Faye left, then I left. It was fine before I left. It's Reborn the winds I do. You were the only person here you were the only person who could have done this. I'm afraid. The whole caused by whatever damage the pad matches your spike size. I know your measurements. You have spike wings too. Mine are much too big to have caused this. For your next question, I was with Kylie trying to fix the bathroom. Then there's my personal data pad. Crushed! It couldn't have just fallen. There's a boot on it. A large one like yours. Sol has big feet. Maybe he came in here and tried to frame me. You all know that he doesn't like me or non-humans. I glanced at Sol. Out of the sea of hostile faces, his is the only one that is calm and collected. I figured he would be the most upset person. This incident confirming his anger over Zuri, but he's not. If anything, he looks contemplative. Lieutenant Zuri, the Major was with me during the time in question. You would do well not to cloud our investigation with bias and petty insults. You have a history of stepping on things, don't you? No. Who else could it have been but you? Stop lying to me. Stop lying to all of us. You broke both of them by accident, I'm sure. But you did it. This was my only clue, Zuri. My only hope. And you smashed it. You destroyed them both. And you can't even find the courage to admit it. What sort of warrior does that? Please, Ned, on my Hannah, I swear before the winds that I didn't do it. You have to believe me. She's pleading with me, her tone as hard and weak as mine. My anger is draining out as it begins to wend from my heart. She was the only person who stuck with me during the dull time. I don't want to think she did it, but the facts are the facts. Zuri was the only one who could have done that. Zuri wouldn't lie to me. I've just gotten to know her, but I can feel in my heart that Zuri wouldn't lie to me. I have to have faith in my crew. I need to start considering more than just the damning facts. There's more here. There has to be. I've let my fear take over my mind. My emotions are swirling around like a vortex. I'm not thinking straight. Okay, Zuri. I believe you. Ned? Major Pokal, you are allowing your emotions to cloud your judgment. Excuse me? Your evidence you have submitted is the proof I need. Lieutenant Zuri, you had the means, the history of clumsiness and the opportunity. But that you continue to deny your guilt is conduct unbecoming an officer. Quite appealing. Until I can determine what your punishment should be, you are hereby restricted to your quarters. Myself or Major Hackett will escort you for food at designated periods of the day. Confined? It will determine what sort of punishment this act of negligence warrants at a later time. Captain Moonfellow, please inform Lieutenant Star that she will be rooming with you on alternate sleep cycles. Yes, ma'am. Major Buchan, report to me the damage after you do a less emotional assessment. I will comply. And you are coming with me back to your quarters. I didn't do it. Keeping your mouth shut and not making your situation worse would be wise. But I didn't do it. Lieutenant, I didn't. Why won't you believe me? If you had proven yourself more trustworthy in the past, it wouldn't have to end this way. If you excuse me, my dear. So, you haven't said anything this whole time. I was pondering the mysteries of the universe. Tell me, Natalie, why do you think Zuri is innocent? The evidence is against her. I can't let my anger at the situation dilute my understanding right now. Right now, every single piece of evidence suggests that it was Zuri. That fact alone makes me suspect others. Everything just seems too convenient. Even if she hadn't been the last confirmed person in the room, we would have suspected Zuri due to her nature of not watching her surroundings. If we consider a second suspect, Zuri logically would be the first person I'd try to pin the blame on, as I saw nobody would question it. Then there's the circumstances surrounding it. Where did she go? Less than 10 minutes passed between Freya leaving and my arrival. If she really was the one who smashed the pads, she would have been near the scene and one of the first to respond. She could have waited. Perhaps. What also bugs me was her defense. Most criminals would have tried to show an alibi to prove their innocence. Zuri didn't. She just repeated that she didn't do it. It makes me feel she really believes that she didn't do it. Then there is the damage to the recovered datapad. I didn't consider this in my anger, but what sort of weird angel would she have had to be to do that? What about her martial arts? In my lab, I give her some credit. Besides, there was no other damage to the rest of the room. Do you want to know what I think? I'm letting my emotions blind me. Really? So, look at, you are letting yourself be blinded by presumptions? No, I fully agree with you. I think Zuri is innocent. Huh? Your analysis of the situation where we could have a true culprit framing Zuri matches my thoughts. You just missed one very important detail, so? Huh? As hard as it is for me to be the one to say it, you missed the emotional aspect. Zuri is not the type to lie. She believes that babble about being a real warrior and is almost always trustful. She'll dodge questions like no tomorrow, but she has never straight out lied to me. If she says she's innocent, I'm forced to believe her. There's something belittling about being told to look at the psychological aspects of a case by Sol. Still, I agree, Zuri seems so open. Lying doesn't fit my picture of her. But if we conclude that Zuri is innocent, we are going to be forced to face another unpleasant fact. Someone destroyed those datapads. They didn't want me looking at what those pictures contained. Pictures? I explained what limited findings I had gathered before my information was ripped away from me. Just like when I first thought about it, the look of worry and irritation crosses his eyes. The report said they were looking into an artifact, not a giant rock. You didn't recognize the language? It was gibberish. I might be able to reproduce some of it from memory, but without the original, we have no idea what it said. Could the shuttles have been dispatched to find pieces of some weapon and the rock was directions? Maybe. If the writing was coordinates, it was done in a prose format. But our problem now is not what was written on them, but why someone decided to destroy that information. What would they gain by watching your investigation? To determine why, we must also determine the who. Our list of suspects is rather large. I have an alibi, as does Commander Risuna. I also highly doubt that you are a suspect in this. Of course, I am not smashing my own stuff, idiots. I was sleeping. You walked in. That's right, he walked in with Faye. Could either of them or Risuna have done something when Zuri left? But before getting me, their alibi isn't or airtight. That doesn't even discount the possibility that Zuri and Sol are working together because they don't like my mission here. Any presumptions I make now are premature. I need more facts, no matter how strong our bond is or how fool I feel about even considering it. I need to keep all logical options open. I hate this. I don't want to think ill of Sol or Zuri. I just want to find out what happened to these researchers. Why did someone have to butt in? Why don't you go talk to Zuri while I try to convince our illustrious commander of why Zuri shouldn't be confined? You'd do that? Of course, so it is a colossal waste of time. You say you are emotionally compromised by your feelings towards Zuri, and I'm compromised by my friendship with you. What feelings? Idiot! She's a member of this crew and deserves to have our full support. I just meant that you two seem to be friends. You sure seem to be defensive over that, Natalie. You're just cruel. Why are you even helping Zuri anyway? You hate her. It comes with the title of executive officer. You look out for all of your troops, no matter how annoying or how small their lizard brain is. Leader. That's right. That's right. Your job is to find out the truth. Mine is to make sure it doesn't destroy people in the process. I should get going. Yes, well, just don't let her know I'm worried about her, right? Because people might think you have a heart? Because they need to respect a superior officer. We don't need any more discipline failures on this ship. Sure, good luck, sir.